Tripping, dog. Alright, let me see that. There we go. There we go. I was like, fuck is going on with this one? Alright.
Oh yeah, I see it.
You see that shit? Alright, so what's up, doc? Yo, what's going on, people? This is Grim Reaper bringing you guys the first live stream that I've done on this channel and shit. It's the end of the year wrap up. It's been fucking a long ass journey and shit. I think it was like in September or November where my channel went down due to like some copyright bullshit with these pussy ass, hoe ass, dick in the booty ass, dirty bitch ass, fucked up, cum eating ass, dick in the mouth, dick in the throat ass, motherfucker ass, bitch ass.
All right, you're demonetized. You got it, man. You're done.
Fluctuation.
These Shueisha niggas came out and they did it to me good, but with the help of the Hero Association, we're back on that shit, and all these niggas put in work this year. So that also happened to Zhoniin. Crazier instance. I think he went from like 1 or 2K or something like that to like 15. So I don't know if this is okay for me to say, but was that a good thing?
No, it wasn't. No.
Oh shit, man. But yeah, that bullshit happened, and then Satsuki hit I think like 3K this year or whatever. Isn't that right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
Man.
Put in that fucking work, dog. I've known Satsuki since like the first time we did a collab with a bunch of One Punch Man niggas. Like somebody else hit me up and then they did that, but they didn't have a channel and they didn't were like pushing their shit. I think it was like Tony. I'm not sure, or Tom, Don Tom, one of the two. But I had already had the One Punch Man podcast running, and I was like, fuck it, man. let's get it popping and going for real. So then that's when I hit up Satsuki and I hit up Zhoniin, and that was before the channel went down. And this is why I still fuck with them to this day, because I went down to 0 subs and they were still willing to fuck with me just the same as if I had like the same as I had before. So that's real nigga shit. That shows that they weren't there for like the subs. They were there to talk about the content because they enjoyed it.
You're just like, well, but what actually happened? Did your channel like get taken down and you made a new one, or did you have some copyright shit and had to be like not terminated, but like not non-active for a while?
Completely terminated.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man.
I mean, didn't you file like counter appeals, or they just didn't get it?
I sent like not a hunch, but a bunch of emails to both Shueisha and YouTube, and I didn't get a reply. So it was like I couldn't. There was nothing else I could do. I remember the night it happened too. It was like 12 in the morning, and like I was sleeping, and I woke up and I seen like you've gotten 2 copyright strikes, and then I went back to sleep worried as fuck, and I woke up at like 10 in the morning, and I had the 3rd already, and then I couldn't. I was about to cry that day, man. I was like, fuck.
No, but I mean about the appeal process. Like, is there like, oh, you got 3 strikes, blah blah. You can submit the counter notification. YouTube has to review it. Did they review it and were like, nah, this ain't fair use, fuck it, or you just never did that?
No, I sent. Yeah, like I said, I sent the messages and I never got a reply. Like never.
Huh.
From either.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, man.
They
should doesn't give a fuck about fair use.
Well, yeah, they don't, but YouTube kind of does, because the whole process is, so let's just say you get a strike, right? And it's like, oh shit, so you have to file a counter appeal. YouTube has to look at it and basically be like, well, is this fair use or not? If it is, they send it to Shueisha and they have like 2 weeks to basically sue you or fuck off. Did you do that? Because if you do that, even if you have 3 strikes, they should have. It's kind of in the same thing that we were discussing prior to being on air. They should have had that 2 weeks to basically send to Shueisha and Shueisha to either sue or again just fuck off. So.
I didn't know that was how the process
What happened?
Because I don't know. I guess I either didn't follow the steps correctly to send the appropriate messages, or like they didn't feel like I don't know, man. I don't know. Zhoniin could probably. What happened with you, Zhoniin?
Nothing. Let's just move on to a better subject for a live stream.
Sure.
So, chapter 100, part 2. Sorry to exile you from this conversation, Strizer. We'll just talk about it for a little bit.
No problem.
Yeah. What did you guys think of it? What did you guys think of the ninjas coming back?
Oh man, that was so cool. Let me just say that.
Yeah, what was cool about it, huh?
Yeah.
No.
No, that shit was I was like, I don't know, man. Like I wasn't expecting that shit at all. This part 2 shit, it really turned me off, bro. Like I don't even know if I should feel good about this shit.
Oh, interesting.
Like I was hyped,
Oh man.
but then when I seen what happened, I'm like, nah, bro. This is
Dude, I'm on board for it. I'm actually really happy that they're back. I think we could use them in the story.
really what.
And their whole interaction with Saitama, just perfect. Perfect one craftsmanship there.
That's
Yeah, I actually agree with Zhoniin. I was really glad to have them back. I wasn't like expecting them to be back at first, but then probably I think like am I the only one thinking that the ninja village is gonna be having like some type of civil war against like the samurai, because like they are now bringing back the Dew, and we have Sonic, and we have Flashy Flash. Like I don't think their like quarrel with Flashy Flash will last forever. I think it's gonna be like more comical, like with the same as the encounter with Saitama and Sonic. Like Sonic, I'm gonna show you my new move. He loses again. I will next time I will avenge you. Like stuff like that. I think that's gonna happen with the Dew and Flashy Flash, because we have already established that Flashy Flash is too powerful for them, right? What do you think, guys?
Fuck these two ninjas, bro. Like they don't have enough. Like I don't care enough about them. Like that little shit that they told us about, like fucking wanting to like succeed and shit, and having their desires and ambitions and shit. Like I didn't really get attached to it, so I don't know. I was just thrown way off by this whole comedy shit. Like the entire theme was straight badassery, and then some fucking ticklish bullshit. Like, I
Yo,
was mad, bro.
when I read that shit, I was like, this is for real happening. Like that's why I didn't know how to feel about this chapter. I was like, this nigga really got beat by being tickled to death, basically. Oh man. And as for the ninjas, like I don't know, I don't mind them coming back, but I just don't know what is their purpose going to be, because we've already seen Flashy Flash beat them, and they're a threat to pretty much any hero, with some exceptions. But like I said, I just don't know where you go from here. Like maybe they fight Sonic. Like I don't see why bring them back.
But really,
Maybe that, or like obviously I haven't read the new chapter, but like maybe they'll train Sonic. Maybe they'll have some sort of an agreement or something.
I mean, I kind of thought of that too. That like, especially with how lighthearted they dealt with Saitama, lightheartedly, that like they may come back to be beneficial. Cause I just don't see like, it really just served me to like hype up Phoenix Man more. Like, whenever we do the podcast, bro, I'm about to talk hella fucking shit about Phoenix Man. Like that's that fucking nigga. Like oh man. I just don't know what part that's gonna play though.
So basically, from what we've seen in this chapter, Phoenix Man basically has like unlimited potential if you don't kill him the right way, because the nigga can just keep coming back and back and back.
yeah, I actually agree with Satsuki. I think his like regenerative ability are limited. It kind of reminds me of like merged Zamasu, because Zamasu was kind of immortal. However, Goku Black wasn't. So there was like a limit to how much he could take, like as a blast.
Yeah.
He,
Good.
he did actually reach his limit, like his regenerative limits, I think.
I think it was more like he reached his absorbing limits, and that damage that he took is like is the residual. So like, basically, I don't think we've seen him regenerate from an injury that's not fatal. Everything that he like has taken that has been not fatal, he leaves scuff marks on him, or there's like a flare mark, some shit like on him. So that's what I think it is. That you have to kill Phoenix Man in order for him to regenerate, and that may be the way to deal with him. You deal critical damage, avoid death, and then you seal him away. I almost thought Todd Epper was gonna do that with that whole mouth shit, but it didn't work out. I think he was like he mentioned that Phoenix in the entire battle hadn't been able to damage the interior of the cockpit, so it made sense. Why not trap him inside the cockpit because he can't break out of it. But nah, we had to tickle the motherfucker.
Like, that was some Teletubbies type shit.
Yo, tickling is legit. I'll send it
Yo,
to you.
tickling is fucking OP.
Seriously, dude, you can like nullify anyone if you can make that. If, like, you can tickle them. Like, if,
Oh yeah, if like in the final battle, like Naruto and Sasuke, Naruto started to tickle Sasuke's balls. That would have been it.
That's canon, right?
I think it is.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they don't have their hands anymore, I think.
Exactly.
Hey, bruh. Fuck that shit, man. Fuck
No,
that.
seriously, I think that's genius. That like he has like a tickling robot, and it is like gaggy for sure, but the science behind it is legitimate. So that's all I gotta say.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, though, it's goofy as fuck. At the very least, you have to like admit that.
Oh, sure. Tickling robot? Are you kidding me?
You trying to hop on some One Piece real fast? I think the spoilers dropped like a few days ago. I haven't seen the chapter though. What's going on? What are you guys' thoughts on One Piece as of late?
Wait,
It's okay.
talking about the spoilers or what?
No,
In general.
Everything but the spoilers. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, for this year, I liked One Piece. A lot of people didn't like One Piece because of Whole Cake Island and shit like that, but I feel like ever since we got to Wano, we've been having some fire chapters, especially like, well, not the last couple of ones, but the chapters, excluding the last 3 or 2, were like really great chapters, like with Luffy getting one-shotted by Kaido. That was like one of the chapters of the year for me.
We don't need any more emperors.
That shit was raw.
That was one of the best quotes of the year.
Oh, what
'Cause
else?
it's like almost meta.
I mean, do you think that's that though? Like, let me
I
ask you.
personally do think it is Oda being meta.
So Luffy isn't a Yonko, right? You're not pushing that narrative, are you?
I'm not pushing
In
that.
power?
whatsoever.
Hell no. He's nowhere near
Nah,
Yonko
fuck no.
in power. But in status, maybe.
That's something to argue, man.
Oh yeah.
Good?
Well, instead of based on what he achieved, like here's the thing: he's basically being thrown up by the news media as being the 50th uncle, but he's really not. Like again, it's propaganda. That's the main thing what I was trying to push there. And so by having that line like "We don't need no more fucking emperors, bitch," that was basically to show that Luffy is an emperor, quote in name only. In power, fuck no.
I mean, but that's what I'm trying to argue, because like, I don't believe that. I will not call him a Yonko, Gonko, whatever it is. But the reason why you get that
Gonko?
title is through hearsay. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what niggas been calling it, Gonko. I think that means 5 emperors, because Yonko means 4 emperors. Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
couldn't understand what you're saying. Yeah, that was the big fun, jokey meme being spread around at that time.
But yeah, that's how Pirate King is earned. I'm assuming that's how Yonko is earned. It's not like somebody gives you an official plaque. It's like what's your influence and shit and what niggas are saying about
Yeah,
you.
it's like YouTube. When you get 100,000 bounty, they send you a silver plaque.
Yeah.
Oh, really? For 100K subs? Oh, damn.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it-
and
for
you
real
get all
they
of
do
these
that.
different perks. It's basically you become a warlord at that point.
Yeah, that's a good analogy to it.
Shit. Well, that's my whole thing, bro. I don't fuck with that nigga Luffy. Fuck that nigga Luffy.
Oh my god.
He trash as fuck.
Yo, like let me ask you this: like, what was the most savage thing that happened? I don't know, not what that was revealed in One Piece like this year. Because my favorite thing actually was the fact that they revealed that fucking kid's left arm was taken by Shanks. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah.
That was I don't know, bro. I kind of brushed over that shit. I was like, it's kid, been like, who couldn't take this nigga's arm? Been like,
Yeah, well, it's just the fact that it was taken by somebody so damn sick.
no doubt, no doubt. But like, here's my argument, because this pissed me off the other day when we were talking about this shit too. So, Kid, Luffy, and Law, right? Strong as fuck.
Yeah.
Luffy beat the first commander. Kid out here doing his thing for a minute in the New World. Law's out here has ambitions against all kinds of niggas and shit, right? Moria busted up an entire port of a Yonko. Got attacked by one of them, and then had to have two commanders come out there to stop him and shit like that. Tank one of their attacks and shit like that. Do you think Luffy could have done that, or Kid could have done that?
Oh yeah.
If they really wanted to.
Well, Kid, I don't know, because I don't know how strong Kid is, but Luffy, yeah, definitely.
I don't know, man.
And depends on different. I'm not really sure to say yeah for real or like no, because again, it just depends on the circumstances. And plus, yeah, we don't really know how strong like Kid actually. I mean, yeah, sure, his ass lost to Kaido, but like, who the fuck wouldn't? At the same time, I mean, plus at the very least he's got balls. He's like, fuck you, I'm not gonna be your subordinate, bitch.
So there's no.
At the very least, you're gonna have to give him that.
Out of those three, is Luffy clearly the strongest, or is it still like up in the air?
No, like in terms of like Luffy, Law, and Kid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Luffy right now, but again, we don't know Kid's full like abilities and what he can do. So, but still, personally, I still don't think he can be Luffy though.
Yeah, I think we got to go with Luffy because it's hard to judge it because with Kid, we don't have anything to base his strength off of. Really, all we have is his bounty and the two losses he took against Yonko, Kaido, and Shanks. And then with Law, we have the moment where he beat Virgo and where he lost against Doflamingo. And Luffy beat Doflamingo, but again, he needed Law's help. So I think Luffy is the strongest out of the three, but we got to see some shit from Kid.
Yo, also on a side note, it's crazy how much Law's like stock plummeted after he beasted Virgo. Like, he never had another significant moment after that. He just started getting beasted after such a high point. It's so weird how Oda like wrote him after that point.
I mean, I would say if we could use negative points as high points, I would say him getting thrashed by Dofi and Fuji at the same time was like one of the high points. Clearly he wasn't anywhere near as good as like the Virgo shit where he fucking cut like half the island in half and shit, but damn.
And even before that, like the whole arc opening up with him just beasting Smoker and his whole crew, like that was, oh my god, incredible. I was like, this guy is overpowered. And it kind of turns out that he's right where he should be.
Yeah, he kind of got Yamcha'd a bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, you kind of have to do that for that character. He's like, there's so much stupid potential for him. I don't even know how to properly judge that shit. Cause like, why couldn't he beat Luffy?
I don't know. We'd have to. I don't know. I mean, there seems to be like a real significant limit to his room, and like Daffy just plays around it so easily in their fights. So I guess Luffy could too.
Yeah, because
right?
like that's kind of the thing with which is like fucking interesting. No one shows any like stamina losses when they use the ability, except for Law, who uses like room and different abilities, just switching around, like like that. So I wonder, like, what would his awakening be like?
Your volume's dropping, bro.
Yeah, like steadily. It's like you're turning the knob down.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah, it's back now.
Oh yeah, so like basically, what would his awakening be like?
Shit, bro. A bigger room, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I
Make the room-
imagine. But maybe he can like just warp reality even more so. Like I mean, they already say like he could do whatever he wants, but there is a clear limit as to what he could do. But I assume like an awakening of that crazy shit would just be like he could just Van Gogh the world and like Salvador Dali you and stuff. I assume it would be like that, and also his radius, of course, would be increased. But what I'm honestly interested about, and I can't really think of something good, is what is Luffy's awakening going to be?
Well, I think that's gonna be pretty simple. Like, similar to Doofy, he's just gonna transform shit into rubber, and maybe he'll have like a staff to like mimic San Wukong more. That's kind of like how I imagine it.
I hate the idea of this man having an awakening. Because, like, that's what you would think of first. That it's going to be similar to Dofi's. And what is he going to turn fucking buildings into rubber and shit? Is he going to have
Like
some
he
fucking...
has like Logia rubber,
Exactly.
rubber
Like,
Logia.
Yeah, basically. Because I mean, Luffy's a Paramecia, but let's be honest. Oda fucked it up when he described Karakuri's devil fruit as being a special Paramecia, whatever the fuck that means. So, in that sense, if you include these special Paramecias as a category within the Paramecia category, Luffy would kind of be the same thing because he is rubber, but he can't really like, turn it off like a Logia can. So maybe by awakening he can do that, or just turn different make different things rubbery. I mean, I think it's pretty simple.
That makes sense. I mean, that would certainly make him a whole nother tier more powerful for sure. If he could start turning shit into rubber.
it's just like that makes sense, but like it's not like it doesn't make sense. It's not like it hasn't been alluded to. It's just that like, does he even really need an awakening?
Of course.
Yeah.
You knew that Luffy was going to get awakening the minute Daffy dropped that expositional bomb on it. That was concrete right there, set in stone. Yeah, okay, Luffy's.
Yeah,
getting
and
this
plus
for
in
sure.
the anime, in the anime when he goes into Gear 4, we kind of see that like image of like his devil foot and shit like that, kind of indicating like maybe he's possibly close to that, and like who knows, maybe he included his awakening into like Gear 5 or something.
Yeah, I also
Which,
thought that was a possibility too.
Well, like, I was thinking about this when it first came out. In terms of Katakuri, or in terms of like proficiency with your devil fruit, right? We know that masters are the ones that like certain particular masters, not even every devil fruit. Certain people can unlock the awakening of their devil fruits, and we're assuming that they're masters, like Doflamingo was. Katakuri used as well. So it was interesting when we saw Katakuri mixing his observation with his devil fruit, using them in tandem, because that worked very, very, very well. We also saw Enel do that. Enel did that to one of the, if not the same exact degree, if not to a bigger degree than Katakuri did. He was able to use his electricity, yeah, exactly, to hear what he was sensing with his shit, with his monster or whatever. So I was kind of assuming that because Luffy's working along that path, where he's implemented his armament haki with his devil fruit for this Gear 4th form to help him hold air inside, that would be his form of development that would push him to the next level. His continuous diverse intricate techniques that he does with his fruit, like fucking this snake shit, this whole fucking what was it called, the python thing, King Python I think it was, something like that. Like that's a prime example of like a next level technique. It continues to get faster and follow you with armament haki on it. Like that's, I've never seen Luffy do that shit. Like where he can.
No,
just,
that is.
yeah.
I guess that is akin to what an awakening could be, because like his arm, man, it goes for so long. Like I was like, well, all right, when's the limit? Well, how much can his skin stretch? Like, what's going on here?
So that's
So
why
I guess like if he were to awaken, he could just become like an endless monstrosity of like rubber-ish things.
I don't know, man. Like he's. What do you guys think about this prostitute that showed up? Y'all niggas ain't trying to talk about prostitutes.
All right,
Oh
guys.
shit! I didn't hear what you said. Oh,
Uh,
the thotty.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
I mean, she's high class. I respect her because she is a total professional. Like, she's really putting in some work. I mean, like, she played that one dude like a fiddle, and it was kind of beautiful. So I respect her. Like, I can't hate. I can't hate.
Up until we saw what he did for her, I was like, this is a dirty ass bitch. This is a dirty ass whore. But once I saw that, like, these, not just him, it's I'm assuming multiple of them did it. Like, they deserve that shit.
Yeah, I mean, you play the simp game, you get played like that. I mean, hey,
And it wasn't even like some casual shit. It was like the repeated same things. Like she like he kept coming to her, telling her shit like that. Like, oh, I did this for you, I did this for you, and like I'm like, why are you just giving it to her in like installments? First of all, like I don't know if it works that way. And then second, like I don't even feel bad for the man. Like if it's her job to fucking pay for sex or to get paid for sex and shit like that, and you're willing to do all that, my nigga, like, I don't know what's up that shit. What
it's the best part of the chapter. I'm posting that for the people.
Y'all check the link to the for the people in the description below and shit. You check out a picture. But yeah, man, I don't know, bro. You guys have any other thoughts about One Piece before we move on?
No, I think that's it.
Zoro. Nah, like,
shit.
Zoro, what would his role be? And will he finally open his fucking eye?
The shotting gun, huh?
Straight up, read the Sharingan, my dude.
Now I'm waiting for him to do some shit, bro. This was supposed to be his fucking arc, where he does everything, puts in all the work, but he hasn't done
Yeah,
a thing.
but he got fucking lost, though. Again.
You think that'll mean something?
I mean, well, clearly Oda didn't, like, because if he was dead, he would have tried to fight Kaido alongside Luffy, so Oda clearly was like, nah, I'm gonna not have that, so the fucker gets lost again. So clearly he's building towards something. But what that is, I have no fucking idea. Maybe we'll see it in like 56 or 60 chapters, the way One Piece goes with its pace. I don't know.
I mean, that shit with the fucking that one Commander King or whatever, I guess his name is. That makes me think he's mostly gonna encounter him, but I just don't know to what extent. Because he shouldn't be able to beat a commander, right?
I have no clue. With Zoro, people have already said it before, but we have not seen him struggle in a new world yet. Really, he hasn't had
not
that
at all.
competition.
Yeah,
He
because like his fight
played with Pika.
that was more annoying for him than anything else, because he was like running, all over the whole like country, and so I was like, fuck, this is annoying. But he didn't have an opponent that said, okay, 1v1, let's go. He didn't, which is fucking odd. Like, how many years has it been since Zoro had like an actual fight?
In story from the manga, I think it's literally
no.
been
In the real world, my dude.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh damn, years, bro, years.
2 years.
Because what was a whole kick was like
2.5 years.
Yeah, it was like 2 years, right? Wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah, and then
Unless we're not counting the beatdowns that he received from Mihawk, but outside of that, not really.
It's been too like, I don't know, man. I don't like the way Oda treats swordsmen in general, like at all. I think he's tarnished the name of swordsman in anime with what he's done.
Yeah.
Completely tarnished the shit. Like, you guys see it all the time. But
Yeah, well, actually, speaking of swordsman and shit, do you think he'll reveal like the 12 great swords before One Piece ends? Because that's something that I find kind of interesting. But he never like, oh, Mihawk has a great sword, but other than those, like, he'll never because I always thought for whatever reason that fucking Whitebeard's Bicento was one of those for whatever reason, but it was never really confirmed or something like that. So do you guys all think he'll actually reveal them?
You talking about the Black Blade swords?
Well, they're not all black. I think they're just like the 12 like great ones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, why not? I think everyone's gonna have their, their what they're chasing after revealed. I don't know how strongly Zoro is chasing after that specifically, but I'm sure it'll be put out there.
I mean, it would be addressed this arc, and that's what's kind of pissing me off. That like, I think it was like 6 months ago when the SBS Oda mentioned that like we're not gonna get fights from anybody else. Any fight that we're gonna spend a long time with is gonna be Luffy primarily, and even the Straw has to be secondary to that. So I don't expect anything big to happen. But
Well, that's kind of fucking shitty.
yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm like, if we're already panning away from Zoro in this arc, it's either gonna be that we're gonna have a time where we focus on him only, and what you're talking about is gonna happen, or we're not gonna get it. And that's what scares me. This is the bruh. We're in fucking stereotypical One Piece Japan and shit. You telling me all the samurais out here ain't gonna be on some shit? Like, come on, bro. Like that. That's why I keep harping about the story. Like, tighten up with the shit. It's clear that he's rushing it. It's very, very clear.
You think he's rushing?
Without a
No,
doubt.
dude, there's no way he's fucking rushing. Like, the
Dude.
pace is horrible. He's not rushing shit. And in fact, he's
Yeah.
being constantly told, just keep, because the longer it fucking gets, the more money it's gonna make. So that's why the pace is so fucking horrible with One Piece. But
I
whatever.
almost think that he's afraid to let go of it. That's why he's just
Nah.
prolonging it so much.
Dude, you fucking like these dudes have such a grueling, like, work schedule.
Oh
It's
no,
fucking
I
insane.
understand that completely.
That's why
and
he
you
takes
think
so many breaks.
you
That's why
think
he
that
takes so
would,
many breaks.
but he keeps coming back because, like, honestly, I
yeah.
think he's been institutionalized by being a mangaka for 20 years. Like, what
Well,
else
I
is he
mean,
gonna do?
The man, nothing. He's set for life. But here's the thing: the man has his pride. He's a mangaka. He's a creator. So he's gonna finish One Piece. But I'm just saying, the more it takes for that to happen, the more money he's gonna make as One Piece is super popular.
Yeah, but
So
But of
and
course.
and not only his mind, but also you have to think of it as a business ultimately. Jump doesn't. I mean, they care, but not really. They only care about sales mostly, not really about quality. Let's be honest. So the more it sells, the more he's gonna be like, yeah, maybe take a week here and there. Maybe don't make so many things happen at once. Just So we see that clearly over the course of One Piece. Because if you look back at the beginning, it had a much not that faster, but it was a bit faster, like the pace compared to like now or the last couple of years.
4 arcs. 4 arcs in the New World. Could you count how many fights the Straw Hats have had individually? You can't, because they haven't had any. No individual Straw Hat has had a serious fight since pre-time skip, and I think we can mention like maybe one for each of them, and that would be Sparks itself, and it might even be for all of them. That's what I'm talking about. Now before pre-time skip or in the pre-time skip, it was clear. The path of the story was, how he was writing it was clear. Niggas would get fights, niggas would get developments from those fights, and things would happen for each character in those arcs. That has not been the case since Punk Hazard. I would dare even say since Fishman Island. I don't know shit about fucking Chopper. I don't give a fuck about Brooke. Nami, besides taking this shit, bro, that's all she's
They're
really doing.
different. Their roles are different, though. They're not supposed to be powerhouses.
Yeah, but like, you know what I'm saying though? Like pre-time skip, every arc they were involved in something like heavily,
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
and I'm just
It
saying
was
like,
awesome.
I mean, let's just draw a comparison, okay? To a series, even though it pisses me off, but let's just draw a comparison to Fairy Tail. Even though Hiro Mashima uses his characters shittily, at the very least they gave them something for everyone to do, so that they don't become just still and be like, oh, they exist, kind of. You know what I mean? Because when the fuck is the last time like Chopper had like a fight and it's like, oh, that was fucking cool, or like Brooke had one, like a real one, 1v1, and I'm talking about what he did against Big Mom.
That was
that
a
wasn't
legit
really fair.
1v1. Brooks soloed Big Mom.
Nah,
stop. Somebody shoot this nigga, bro. I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, y'all could keep saying that he's not rushing it, that he's slowing it down, or the pace is different. But to me, the fact that we don't get what we used to get is reason enough for me to believe that he's fucking off on something. Whether it's not enough sleep, whether it's he's being forced to do something, whether it's he wants to slow the story down, whether he wants to speed it up. Something in One Piece is not different. Is not the same as it was before, and I think it's detrimental.
I mean, that's why Hunter x Hunter is so good though, because fucking Togashi is like, you fucks get one volume a year. Fuck off. Let me play the Dragon Quest, bitch. You know what I mean?
Togashi is a true master of his craft.
Oh yeah, he is. Dude, Togashi is a straight up fucking G. Like, ain't nobody gonna fuck with Togashi.
He's incredible. It's very difficult to make one amazing series, but he has done it twice. That's super impressive in itself.
What are the two he's made besides Hunter?
Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
The two greatest battle mangas ever.
I haven't read Yu Yu. I'm slacking, bro. I used to see it on Toonami and shit, I guess, like at night, like super late at night, but I always avoided it.
It's perfect.
So the guy with the red outfit, right? And he's like a demon or something like that.
Karama.
Yeah. And then the girl in the school uniform.
Botan.
Okay.
With the blue hair.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that shit from Saturday morning.
It's perfect, dude. Perfectly paced from start to finish.
Wait, you haven't You haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho? Is that what's happening right now?
Not once, bro. Don't you,
dude? Binge that shit like as soon as possible.
It's an easy binge.
Are you for real? Like, it's like 112 episodes. Just binge the. Oh my god! Like, I can't fucking believe it. You haven't seen Yu Yu Hakusho. Holy shit!
I also haven't seen, and I won't see Rurouni Kenshin. I refuse to watch that.
Oh man.
I
haven't seen it either.
It's not that it's bad. I've heard nothing but greatness from it. It's just that I'm not trying to watch some shit where some nigga hits you with the back of his sword instead of killing you. That's
well, that's the whole inner struggle of the Batosai.
I get that. It's obviously for a reason, but yeah, like Fang said, fuck that.
You don't like the mercy rule?
It's not the strongest, but it's not terrible.
Is it quality though?
Yeah, sure. I wouldn't say it's not quality.
I mean, here's another problem though, because the anime doesn't finish the manga, so then it's like, oh, I have to figure out what the fuck the manga is so I can read more. Like, fuck that.
So you probably just never watched the final arc of Rurouni Kenshin. Just cut it off after the Kushio arc, and you're good to go.
Why?
Really?
Because it's awful.
Alright, guys. So the thing about the Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh, I forgot you were here, Blaze.
Yeah. I actually don't follow One Piece. I don't know what you guys were talking about. I really don't read One Piece. I'm not into it.
Some big moms and some Kaidos and stuff.
Yeah, I kind of know like the names of the character, but I don't really read it. So for the Rurouni Kenshin,
Big Mom was a fucking hot in her youth, like damn.
Hell yeah, she definitely was.
Were you about to say, Blast?
For Rurouni Kenshin, he might not be like the best anime or a manga, but I think it's number one when it comes to live adaptation. Like we've seen, like how, like the movies of Attack on Titans and Bleach, like it was okay as a movie. But the best, and I mean it, guys, like the best 3 movies that I have seen, like live adaptation for a manga, is Rurouni Kenshin. It's just amazing. I really recommend that you guys watch it. It's really amazing, like the live action movie of that manga. It's truly beautiful. Like it's a number one. Like there is no live adaptation to any manga that can rival it. It's true that it might not be like the best manga or anime, but action live adaptation is the best.
I mean, it makes. Well, I mean, it makes perfect sense because Rurouni Kenshin is like about samurai shit. It's not like about demons and mystical creatures. You don't really have to use that many effects to it. So it's, in a sense, easier to make a good adaptation.
That's what I was going to say.
I kind of get 100%.
But when they fucked up Death Note, bro, I lost all hope.
Man.
How do you, my nigga, it's a notebook. Like, what?
Wait, have you seen the American one?
I heard it was deplorable.
Dude, it's so
Like
good,
her.
it's bad. It's fun to watch, ironically.
Wait. The American version was not a comedy?
That's why it is a comedy, because
I thought it was.
wasn't intended to be a comedy, but that's what makes it so funny. They are 100% earnest in that movie.
Like, dude, that scene where fucking the blonde guy who's supposed to play like screams like a fucking pussy bitch
Yeah.
for whatever reason. It's hilarious. Like, my dude, what the fuck are you doing right now? Just run or do some shit. Don't stand there and scream. What the fuck?
I think it's still on Netflix, Grimm. You should just watch it just for the fun of it, because it's hilarious.
I tried whatchamacallit.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like watching the English dub of Bible Black. That's just also for fucking comedy.
Oh, I wish I could do a review for that on my channel.
Isn't Bible Black like a porno or some shit, a hentai?
Hey man, don't watch that shit. Don't watch that shit.
But the English dub is fucking hilarious, dude.
Hold on.
It is the quintessential hentai.
Graham,
What's up?
do not watch the shit. I haven't watched it myself. I already know what it's about. Don't watch the shit, please. I'm begging you.
Was it tentacle rape? Some shit?
I don't know if it has that in it. I just know that there's like a supernatural element to it, and that chicks grow dicks.
What the fuck?
Yep.
What
But they still have a vagina though, which is odd. And then they can like make it rescend back into them and then come out when they want to. They almost use like Naruto hand seals to do it. It's wild.
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
Yeah, so I'm saying it's probably the best anime series.
Oh shit, bro. Well, I can't even deal with that shit. That's stupid, right? I mean, I don't know, bro. It's not live action, right?
As far as I know, it's not.
No, dude, it's animation. But what I was saying though is like the English dub is fucking hilarious. That was my whole point. Anyway, what the fuck were we talking about?
Anything, man. It's a free stream. You say whatever you want.
Like I haven't seen the Japanese movies. Like, are they okay or like good-ish?
The Death Note Japanese movies?
Mm-hmm.
They're meh. Because it's like an actor trying to act like an anime character. It just doesn't work.
So it's kind of awkward.
Yeah, like the main character is like trying to be like light, and like his mannerisms and the way he talks, it just comes off so corny because it's like a real person actually doing it, so it doesn't have the coolness that the anime does.
Kind of like Bill playing Batman with that voice.
Ah, exactly. There you go.
I mean, if these adaptations are like so fucking drastic and shit, why wouldn't you just make your own, like loosely using the same premise? Just get the permissions for it. That's what I would do.
Because it would be shit.
I think that the Death Note story has high potential to be like a successful Netflix series. Like just make like a 10 or 13 episode series of like a series like, I don't know, Breaking Bad-esque, but based on Death Note. Make it more contemporary. Make it like
it doesn't
more
even
relatable.
have to be based on Breaking Bad. Like
No. I'm saying like in the same light.
But what I'm saying though is like the Death Note like universe is so vast. You don't have to focus on fucking light and hell. You can be like one episode focusing on maybe a human in the Victorian era and like fucking England got a Death Note. Like how would he approach that? Oh, a Death Note dropped in the future or something.
Make it like an anthology. Like Black Mirror.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. That would work too. It's just a great concept.
By the way, guys, I heard like Berserk is getting a real like a decent animation this time. Is this true?
No.
I think I saw that. Yeah, that it was.
No.
But is it that old dude?
No. It's actually like I have like watched this video on YouTube. It says like the guy who did I think the anime.
Castlevania.
No, let me explain. No. Stop. Yo, the dude that was the director for the Castlevania like animated series, he basically said like he got the rights recently for Devil May Cry, because it is worse so that the jabronis in Hollywood would fuck it up. But anyway, he was asked, what would you want to do? Like, what anime would you want, or what manga would you want to adapt? And he was like, Berserk would be pretty fucking sweet. And that's why you get so many clickbaity, Berserk is coming back anime, Berserk, blah, 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 but it's not anything confirmed so far. Maybe in the future. Maybe.
Niggas need to give up on Berserk. Like, just give up. Just read the manga. Don't Don't
Oh yeah,
wait for
just
the
give the fuck
anime.
up.
I think if I'm not wrong, because I've chosen not to read it because the boy rape shit. Isn't the art in Berserk also top tier? Like animation
Yes.
probably can relegate it.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
one of the best.
See, that's
Yeah, like the art in Berserk, it's really great.
I'll
okay.
post a manga panel, a real good one.
Because that's my whole argument with the whole bullshit we had like last week with the One Punch trailer, that none of the anime compares to the manga. Not one episode of season 1 compares to the manga. So why are people dying so much when the second adaptation of the anime isn't exactly like the first? Like, you would want it to be closer to the manga.
Because majority of the people that do like One Punch Man don't even like follow the manga. Honestly, they just seen the first season and that's it. So.
Oh
that's
yeah,
all
and
they
also
do.
people love to be in the discussion of like what's hype and what's popular right now. So it's kind of sad the way it is, but yeah, many people just don't really give a fuck about the manga.
I mean, I guess
Alright, guys. So I think like the best animation like I have seen is like the two movies. You guys have saw them, like Ninja Scroll and Sword of the Strangers.
Oh,
I mean the
Ninja
fights.
Scroll. Oh yeah, the animation in Ninja Scroll is fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
I have the other one I haven't seen, but yeah, Ninja Scroll. If you guys haven't watched it, I watch it just for the animation sake, because it's amazing. Like,
Yeah, the
seriously.
fight scenes are like they are so beautiful. Like I'm not seeing like any animation to this day like it can like capture the intense fight. Also like the
Oh yeah.
Sword of the Stranger also is a good like anime movie. I think it was done like in 2006 or 7, something like that. But it's still so beautiful.
damn. Yo, this fucking Berserk art is crazy, bro. I didn't even think it was like this. What the fuck?
Yeah, but the story, like some of the shit in Berserk is crazy. There's so much rape in the story. Like, bruh, I'm gonna tell you how wild Berserk gets. There's this arc. I think it's what is it? It's the conviction arc, where we literally have Baphomet, nigga. I'm talking about the goat face, nigga. You know, like at the actual devil. We had Baphomet fucking hoes. Like, he was fucking hoes and like killing them at the same time.
What?
And they were cooking
Yeah,
niggas.
and keep in mind he had like a snake cock, which was kind of awkward.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
That is true.
So you read the devil fucking hoes with? Come on, bruh.
Bruh.
Well, it wasn't
You
the
have to
devil;
read
it was a Baphomet, like a bitch ass demon. But still, you know.
Oh shit,
Yo.
bro. Like I'm not gonna lie. This is like, he is also a god. Like Murat's is a god, but this nigga is also a god, man.
Oh yeah, he is definitely in the top tier with Murata. Boichi is also up there with them.
Whom?
Yeah.
boy.
Boichi makes Dr. Stone, which is incredible too.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
Sukin Rock.
Yeah, that's the one that
I
people told me
recommend
about.
I recommend that you guys like see his new manga Origins and also Sunken Rock. I mean Sunken Rock is insane, guys. It actually can rival Berserk. It can rival like One Punch Man. Like the story is insane. The art absolutely
What's it about?
amazing. Stunning.
Because
Sunken
I've
Rock.
heard a lot of I've heard a lot of good things about it, but I haven't like what's it like actually about?
Oh, it's about like a guy rising to the top, like from let me say just a low life, just like a usual guy, like ranking, like rising to the top of being like the boss of a gang or things like that. But he is on the good side. He's not evil. It's insane. Like the fights, the story, like how things twist and the the battles, because he was alone at the first, but then he started like making some friends as he go, things like that. I'm not really, guys, going to spoil anything, but it's really amazing. Also, I recommend Origins. It's
That's the
about
one with
like
the
Oh yeah,
cyborg, right?
Origins is really good.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I seen like the first few pages of that, and some niggas keep telling me to get into that. I might check it out. Is it long?
I think
So
like
far, not
no, it's not
really.
long. It's not that long. Like it's not One Piece long. It's just like average.
Hold
Okay.
on, I'm about to check. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it's that long either.
Oh, you reading
Yeah.
Origin too?
Shit, I read some of it.
Damn, Satsuki,
Yeah.
how
Hold
many
on.
how many manga are you reading?
Currently, not that many.
Fuck ton, actually, myself.
182, 182 chapters.
Okay, that's definitely something we get into. How many are, or what are you guys watch or reading and watching right now? If you guys don't mind listing it off.
All
Like
right.
I'm
Um,
reading actually Bucky. Do you know guys Bucky?
Oh yeah. I saw the
Yeah.
anime.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, I never got
I'm
into it because I didn't like the art style.
Yeah, it's insane. Like the things that happen in the manga, like the newest adaptation, guys, it's so amazing. It's full of twist and unexpected stuff. Like it happens like you don't see it come.
What else?
One Punch Man, like I have to read One Punch Man because I make theories about it. And I think that's it. Sometimes like Origins, but most of the time One Punch Man. Sometimes I reread the web comic, and I watch a little bit of Bucky as manga. What about you guys?
You know, a lot of people sleep on Saint Seiya whenever like a new anime or something drops. So I've been watching Saint Seiya show. It's an adaptation of a spin-off manga. But just on Saint Seiya in general, like people like don't seem to like for whatever reason unless you live in like a Latin-speaking country because that is it's fucking huge there. But and I do have some videos planned about it. But Saint Seiya actually the battles that we see be very popular in Dragon Ball were, in a sense, I guess, kind of somewhat inspired by Sensei because they were done so previous. Because most series came out in the late '80s, so to me though, like Sensei is one of those like forgotten classes that nobody seems to like talk about anymore, which is kind of sad. But oh yeah, the upcoming ne- ne- thing for Netflix is gonna be fucking trash. Sadly,
Oh,
I'm
is
just
it?
gonna say it right now.
Is it saying? Oh. Is that all you read?
Oh no, well obviously like One Piece, Black Clover, fucking Hero Academia because I have to make videos about them, so I read the fucking shit. So, uh, Fairy Tail, the new quest, fucking Eden Zero, which kind of pisses me off, but I still read it for whatever reason.
Is that
Fire
good?
Force, yeah, like I read a lot of shit because I have a lot of things planned out.
No, I mean
Oh,
Eden Zero, because half of our Hero Association community covers that, but I don't know what it is. What is it?
it's 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 One Piece in space basically with Fairy Tail characters.
Why you said that?
I mean that's what it is.
That shit sounds super trash.
Kind of. And you have a lot of fan service, like for a lot of fan service in it.
Oh, that's good. All right. Facts.
It's made by Hiro Mashima. That's why.
Oh yeah, so he's basically like the softcore god. So
Um.
there's that. And one other series I read that's kind of like on low key, but it's kind of promoted heavily by Jump, is Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
I've heard of it, but I haven't read it yet.
Is that the one that came out
Oh
with the
yeah,
anime
it's
recently?
it's definitely very unique, and it kind of goes on a slower pace, but it's really intriguing on many levels because it basically takes a series like Bleach and kind of flips the concept on its head in a way, and kind of takes the whole like inner demon thing and kind of plays with that idea a lot. So I mean, I just kind of recommend read the first three chapters. If you are intrigued, continue. If not, then it's probably not for you because basically what you see is what you get with the first two chapters
You said Juni
so far right
Kaisen?
now. Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Because there was an
Jujutsu, yeah.
anime that came out last season, I think, or 2 seasons ago, of like some killing game that was called something Taisen.
No.
Okay. It's not that then. What's up, Satsuki? What you be reading or watching?
Well, obviously One Piece, One Punch Man, Kingdom. We haven't talked about Kingdom yet, but I don't know if we've all read Kingdom.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan, Berserk. That shit is on hiatus constantly. Hunter x Hunter, same deal. I fell off on the Promised Neverland, but I plan to catch up.
Yeah, the anime's
Vinland
coming out.
Saga,
Oh,
shit, and Bloom Into You. That's it.
shit. Uh, I'm on a Vagabond, obviously, but that shit's on like
Indefinite hiatus.
yeah, until Inoue decides to come back to it. Then obviously One Punch, Seven Deadly Sins, One Piece. Right, don't judge me when I say this, but I'm reading this for the plot. All right, it's for the plot. It's for the plot. It's called World's End.
What was
Harem.
that? I didn't catch that.
I said I'm reading this manga for the plot, and it's called World's End Harem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is it about?
It's like so apparently there's this like virus that like half of the population contracted, and it only kills males, and I guess it solidified. Yeah, it kills them over time. So what happens is that once that starts to outbreak, all the women put a bunch of men that have a certain disease in the cryostasis, and that happens to be that if you had, I think it's like sclerosis or something like that, multiple sclerosis. If you get if you have that disease healed, then it won't affect you. So that's what the main character had. He had that disease a long time ago. He got it healed. He went into cryostasis to get it healed in the future, and then when he woke up, half of the population of men, no, 99% of the population of men was all gone. So the rest of the world is entirely women. So him and the few that have been kept in cryostasis have now been awakened for the purpose that you know of.
Boy,
I mean, yeah, the plot is absolutely fantastic.
What's up,
Grimm,
Yeah.
what is this filth? I'm on the 3rd page of the 1st chapter, and all I see is titties.
I mean, that's all you need.
That's all you need, man. That's what caught me, man. I was
The
mid-stroke.
3rd page.
I was like, what's next? What's next? Mid-stroke, and I saw that. I'm like, I'm in there. Oh shit. I dropped My Hero, as you all know. The Promised Neverland. I had to drop that too, but it wasn't because of quality. It was just because like I had too many things on my plate. But I'm anticipating that anime next season. Check out Satsuki's channel. I think he said he's gonna react to it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you already know, bro. He's gonna have that shit on there. So check that shit out, guys. There was another anime that was supposed to be big coming out.
Mob
The Promised
Psycho?
Neverland?
Mob Psycho. Yeah, I think it was Mob Psycho.
Ooh.
I'm not
Oh
sure.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah, Mom Psycho is definitely coming out. Like we have One Punch Man, like 2019. Vinland Saga, I think there is an adaptation animation for that, but they haven't confirmed it yet.
Ooh.
Like also we have The Promised Neverland. Also, it's gonna be animated.
Vinland.
And
I dropped halfway on Vinland, but like that shit was great. At least for the first parts that I read.
yeah, it was actually, yeah.
So I'm excited to see that turned into an anime and shit too. And I think that was,
Yo guys, I sorry to interrupt, but I have to go. But thank you very much for inviting me. It was fun.
no problem, bro. We'll probably do this again next year.
Yeah, man. Sure.
All right, man.
Absolutely. Whenever you want.
All right, man. See you
Thanks,
later.
dude.
Yep.
Bye.
Peace.
Take care, G-Money.
Yeah, everybody check out Fang Stricer's channel. He does 7 Deadly Sins and all kinds of content like that. Links in the description. But back onto this shit. Hey Zhoniin, what do you read and watch?
Sorry. What am I reading?
Yeah. What are you reading? What are you watching?
Well, One Punch Man. I can't take a break from that. What else do we got? Oh, My Hero, of course. I totally blitzed over everything My Hero in the span of a day, and it fried my brain. So I'm reading it all, and I mean just to pack in the knowledge in and hopefully retain it. It's fantastic. I know you don't like it, Grimm, but I think it's great. I think everything around it is warranted. The hype, the praise, and then besides that, Dragon Ball Super. I mean, they have a new arc in the manga, and it's kind of cool. It's typical Dragon Ball stuff. Nothing too groundbreaking, but you know, it satisfies that itch that Dragon Ball gives me every now and then. And then One Piece. One Piece, I've only been following it in like 3-issue increments, just because like, you know, I have so much time devoted to One Punch Man and My Hero that like I need to put One Piece on the back burner for now. I do want to do reviews on my channel, but ah man, it's such a beast. One Piece is like you really need to be in that shit if you're gonna make like a video on it.
Yeah, man.
And then what you guys were talking about with Mob Psycho and The Promised Neverland, I'm super excited for these premiere. The premiere of these, like Mob Psycho, I've only really dipped my toe into the water, but it's pretty easy to like binge in one day. It's only 12 episodes, I think. So it'll get me ready for season 2, which I want to review on my channel. Like I'm really looking forward to that. I might even go to like a theater to watch the season 2 premiere. Like they have this special thing at one of the theaters in my city on I think January 5th. Like you could pay, I don't know, like 10 or $15 to go watch the premiere in the theater. So that would be interesting. And then The Promised Neverland, I haven't followed the manga, but I know that it's been praised and there's a lot of hype behind it, so I really do want to see the anime, and I might just follow it on my channel just for like people who are only following the anime like me. I know that that's kind of difficult to do, but I don't know. I want to try it. Even if there are going to be people in the comments that's like, oh yeah, well this is going to happen and that's going to happen and that's why you're wrong. It's like, whatever. Just got to deal with it.
Let me ask you guys a question, 'cause I think Satsuki covers it too, My Hero. Mirio versus Endeavor.
I saw that. I don't know, man. It all really depends on if he can phase through Endeavor's fire. And also, Endeavor is like much more experienced and skilled than Mirio is, so I assume Endeavor would likely win.
Guys, is Mirio like the guy with the Obito technique?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty powerful actually.
What do you think?
But I don't think he's gonna like beat the second. I think
He's number 1 now,
what
right?
was his
Isn't he?
name? The guy with the fire.
He's been number 1 for a while now. Like 3 years he's been number 1.
3 years? But they have a title or something?
Oh yeah. When All Might died. Yeah, I remember that.
No, All Might didn't die, bro. Don't be saying that. Don't say that My Hero died.
Like as a symbol, something like that. Like he didn't really die.
No, he can't use his power anymore, pretty much.
Yeah, he stepped off.
Yeah, I seen that at the end of season 2 with that fight. He like walked away or whatever, right? Through the peace sign or some shit like that. Or like he was talking to Deku or whatever.
Nah, this is season 3. This is like halfway through season 3 that this happened.
Yeah, the fight against One for All or All for One. What's his face?
Yeah, you said season 2.
Yeah, I think I saw that happen. I don't know, bro. I ain't on that shit, but.
Man, you know awfully a lot about My Hero. Be such a hater about it,
bro. Bro, you have to be informed to talk shit. I'm not one of those assholes.
At least you go that far.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm not trying to bash you guys for no reason.
Can't knock it.
Like it's not like honestly, I think I already told you guys this, but like watching the beginning of it, it wasn't bad. Like it wasn't bad. It's just I got tired of the stupid shit continuously. So, but it is what it is.
You're coming around.
All right, so have y'all heard about Bleach possibly getting an anime? I keep seeing that shit on Twitter.
My
I
nigga.
wish. Oh, I wish.
All right. So
make a GoFundMe. Why aren't they doing that? Just make a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe. I will put in money for that, and
Straight
I know
up.
mad other people will.
Did you see Retro Rhino?
Yeah, he did actually the animation for the.
It's been like fucking
first
4 years, I think, since he first said he was gonna do that shit, and then I think like a month ago he actually dropped the first episode.
Yeah, how is he doing that? How are they allowing this?
I don't even fucking know.
Because that's like, if there's ever been copyright infringement, it is that 100%. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he shouldn't do it. I think he's doing a wonderful thing that I wish more people could. But I don't I mean, this is even more infringing than what Anime Wars were. I don't know if you're familiar with that. That dude, Master Media.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was already targeted for copyright infringement because of the likeness that he was taking from the other animes, as well as literally tracing over the scenes from them. But this is straight up just taking the story of Bleach and saying F you to Studio Perrier or whoever used to make Bleach. And they're just doing it themselves. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I hope this succeeds because it's awesome. But I'm worried for them.
Yeah, because the animation like takes a lot of time and effort. Like if you guys have seen, there is a video of like Goku going Super Saiyan 5, and it's absolutely amazing. The animation is insane. Have you guys saw that video? Like I think it's 5 to 6 minutes.
No. Super Saiyan 5? You mean the silver thing?
Yeah, exactly. Like he said, the animator said, like he took 6 months just to get a 6-minute video. Yeah, guys, it's just amazing. The animation is
seen that. I think I've seen that. Yeah, where he only turns that's all he does. Yeah.
Like versus the guy like the son of Goku, half breed. I forgot his name.
Shit, man.
Goten?
No, like the other guy.
Go on.
No, like it's not in the story.
Oh, I don't know. You just literally said the son of Goku, who is a half-breed.
Yeah, it is actually. I don't think it's in the real story.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I mean, Super Saiyan 5 is a story, so why not?
Yeah.
Zenkor, I think its name or something.
Oh, Zykor, yeah.
Zykor,
That headcanon character.
I've always wanted to do animation, but that's like, I don't even know how that shit works, like at all. But
like you draw a lot of like pictures, like and then you kind of let it slide, like that's how the animation. Like if you guys want to watch like some really talented guy, I think Melavelli like got some really beautiful animations when it comes to like Dragon Ball, like the other transformation and stuff like that.
But that's just the idea of how, like, because like you said, they draw a base drawing, right, and they just computer animate the drawings, right?
Yeah.
How like that shit must take forever. You must have to have like legions of niggas assisting just for one scene. Like it's I can't even imagine it. Because I think I'm good.
Talking about a season for a legitimate anime?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Have you ever seen like the behind the scenes? It's crazy.
Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, you like go behind the scenes of
Naruto, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking of the studios specifically. I didn't want to say one name because I don't want to acknowledge them at all, but never mind. They're just a publishing company. You know, the studio that makes One Piece.
Toei?
Studio Period.
Toei.
Oh,
or
Toei.
Is it
No, it's Toei.
Toei was what I was thinking of, but I couldn't get their name. They have like a behind the scenes video on YouTube, and it's really crazy the operation that they're running. They have like mad people animating, storyboarding, coloring, everything. And like it's like a serious ass thing that goes into making them.
I mean, you would hope with all the millions of dollars they throw into that, but like.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that they're also underpaid too. There's this whole big scandal about it, how they're like overworked and underpaid.
Really, the animators?
Yeah.
Like guys, I heard like this news, like somebody's talking about it, but I think it's wrong. They are saying like the anime is gonna be extinct, like not now, but like in the far future, because of this like low salary and like there isn't a lot of graduate. Because I think that there is universities there.
You're saying
like,
the industry of animation is gonna like take a huge decline? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just a second, Grimm.
They should honestly just like cut their losses with the whole hand drawing of the stuff and just do everything by the computer. Like I'm pretty sure that that's what South Park does, and you know they crank out their episodes just fine. Like I don't need every single episode of my series to be incredible. I'd rather just have a consistent flow of content, honestly, than some supreme quality. Of course, you're going to get the nitpickers online that, oh, this is trash, blah, blah, but it doesn't matter. As long as you're like animating the story, the stuff that we love and we've wanted to see outside of the manga, just go for it. Same thing with the dude that's doing Bleach. What was his name?
Retro Rhino.
Kubo.
Rhino, yeah. Retro
Oh,
Rhino.
you're talking
Yeah,
about-
like
you're
he
talking
doesn't
about that.
have anything spectacular. Like it doesn't look like quality of what a studio can produce, and it's not expected of him. But we're just grateful that we're even getting this. So that's all I'm saying.
I mean, I think I gotta take the opposing viewpoint on that one because, like, I could agree that the constant content is what I want. Like, whenever we started to like heavily in the past 4 to 5 years get all these seasonal anime compared to like long running anime, I clearly saw the change. Like having fucking Attack on Titan wait, what was it, 3 years, 3 to 4 years for season 2. That no matter how much hype that built, it took a big ass hit in terms of like what it could have done. Like I, for a fact, am not nowhere near as invested in Attack on Titan as I was when I first saw the anime for season 1 as I am now. I see two more seasons have come out. I'm nowhere near as invested because of that long wait. It took me down. So imagine that same case for One Punch Man, right? The same exact thing happened. I think it's actually worse. We waited longer for One Punch Man season 2 than we have for Attack on Titan season 2. So I don't have a way to justify the fact that like they already have, well, what is it, like a whole year, almost 8 to 9 months worth from the previous season and the seasonal shit to make the next season great. Take fucking a whole 2 years again. If it's gonna be like that, I would take that to make it a constant steady stream. So like I guess what I'm trying to say is like put 2 or 3 seasons worth of content together, 20, 40 worth of episode of time, right? And in that meantime, and then maybe 4 or 5 months after that, sure, take that time for a break. Take that time to animate the next part. But I can't take the argument of like sacrificing like the epitome of animation. Like I want every single second of an episode to be the best animation possible. And I know that can't be the case. I know it cannot. The best episode I've seen animated in anime, Naruto episode 322, when Madara shows up. That had trash animation in the middle of it. It did. The niggas look like fucking paper and stick and shit for like 2 or 3 parts of the scene and shit. But it was still one of the greatest anime episodes ever. So I can definitely accept a compromise in certain aspects, but like I don't know whether the argument of constant quality or constant content compared to constant quality, I don't know where the center line meets, because I don't know how much I'm willing to sacrifice for constant content.
No compromise for me. Work them niggas to the bone and then replace them.
And then replace them.
As soon as one dies, then you just throw another one in there.
Damn. All right.
I
I
mean,
guess us YouTubers could be treated the same way.
oh. What's up with that? I mean, I don't know, bro. Like I said, we have plenty of examples of where people do great, amazing jobs. That My Hero fight, the Endeavor ship, was properly animated. One Piece's Whole Cake Island arc is occasionally animated acceptably.
Yeah, let's get back to Whole Cake just for a second. I remember that Strider was saying that people didn't like it, and I remember that this was a popular opinion. What did you think of Whole Cake? I personally liked it. I thought it was different.
In the manga, Whole Cake is the best arc post time skip.
Interesting.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah, I
messes up.
guess. Yeah.
A Yonko rampaged.
I guess that could be argued. Yeah, sure.
A Yonko rampaged. We saw a full display of a first commander. Mugiwara no Luffy fought in Gear 4th continuously. We saw several other commander level fighters. These are all fantasies that we've had the entire series. So when we get it, people call it trash? Nah. Nah.
I liked it. I mean, it was just different. It wasn't just the standard, we infiltrate a place and here's this set aligned pass that everyone has and this is how the arc ends. It was kind of like a step outside of Oda's comfort zone, just enough as to where it's not completely foreign from what we're used to. But I liked how it turned out. I liked how, like, right off the bat, like, we got Luffy versus Cracker. Like, that happened very quickly in an arc where surprisingly, like, fights like that take like 50 chapters or like 70 chapters to get to. And I like that it just wasn't Luffy. It was Luffy and Nami taking him on. I thought that was cool too.
I think that was one of the struggle points or dissent points in the community. The fact that Luffy's having to continuously beat these fighters with cheap assistance. And
oh, come on.
Hey man, I felt that way too, bro. To this
Why
day,
does he have to solo them?
it's not that he has to, it's that he can't. That's the whole. It's like, don't tell me or don't show me him beating somebody with some cheap way, when you could fucking give me better context to him getting strong enough to beat him in a non-cheap way. That's my whole thing. He doesn't have to.
Yeah, but you're like, I don't know. You're saying it's cheap. I never saw it as being cheap. You're like defending the villain here.
I got to, bro. This nigga, bro. You know what he did, bro? Not once, twice, bro. Water. Water, bro. Bro, we literally made a song, bro. It was like splashing commanders with water. You step in a puddle, you fought it, bro.
Yeah.
Like Katakuri with the tea and shit with Jinbei. What the fuck? Fucking and then cracker shit. You pour a little water in this shit so they get soggy. You can eat them now. Come on, bro.
Science works out for me.
Yeah, see, with Whole Cake Island, it had some good shit, some bad shit. I think the Zoe art was the best post time skip art, even though it was super short. I just like the fact that the minks, like how they did not snitch for nothing. Like that moment surprised me. But Whole Cake Island, like for example, the Katakuri fight. At first, I was like, all right, cool. But I was thinking to myself, like, when Luffy went into the mirror world, I'm thinking there has to be some type of plot convenience for Luffy to win this shit, because based on what I seen from Katakuri, I was like, there's no way Luffy is winning this fight without some bullshit happening or somebody saving him or something like that. And we got the whole thing with what was her name? She was built like a fucking teardrop. I forgot her name.
Many women are built like that in the One Piece.
Oh yeah, in One Piece. But Katakuri's sister, I forgot her name.
Oh, the young one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Flampe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, that's
You
it.
got that right out of your ass.
She interrupted the fight, and then Katakuri, of course, injured himself, and then that's when I started to not like the fight. I mean, the Snake Man was cool, but how Katakuri like basically won the fight, got up before Luffy, and then laid down, I was like, what the fuck? Like, this dude just invaded your mom's crib, fucked it up, you know, wrote her treasure picture, and you know, just wreaked havoc on the island, and then you just let him go.
Yeah.
Like, I understand it because we seen shit like that in One Piece, like with Frankie and Senior Peak. Like, you have two people who just have like this camaraderie for each other in their fights. I'm okay with that, but I don't know.
But it was also revealed by Katakuri that he wanted Luffy to take over Big Mom.
Yeah, I get it, because like Big Mom is like a tyrant, basically, because she'll kill her own children with like no remorse. But I don't know.
I saw
didn't like that.
Like being the Pirate King, not taking over her necessarily. I don't know.
But doesn't he say like, "Are you gonna come back here and take Big Mom out or something?"
Yeah. That's literally
like that.
That's literally what he said. Yeah, are you gonna come back here and shit? But I don't know, man. Like I said, bro, it's to a point with that story where I don't even necessarily care how it turns out or who be two anymore. I'm just more invested in like seeing the small little quirks, the small little funny shit that happens along the way. That's what I'm there for. And it's you know, it's still One Piece, so it still has that.
I'm just waiting for the next Mainford arc. Wake me up when that comes. Like the story is so robust and full and so well established and matured that like you could have 3 Mainford arcs in a row right now, but he's just not doing it.
I guess that war shit is what's that throne war shit is what we're on the verge of. So I guess we should get it either in this consecutive arc or in one of them. But yeah, I agree, man. He's no, like I said, bro. He's on some shit, bro. This nigga's slowing shit down, bro. He's not what it's not what it used to be.
Like, why do we have to keep introducing new characters? Like, I thought Wano was supposed to be something different, not come to Wano, oh, let's start it off like every other arc. Let's establish all these characters because there's not already 3,000 characters in this series, almost literally. So why not just keep introducing 10 more, and they all have 10 more attached to them, and here's a whole new mythology that you got to follow, too. Because if you thought this was just going to be about the Straw Hats taking on Kaido, no. There's a whole bunch of lore in Wano that you guys got to be educated about first. I don't know. Just I don't know. We've done this like 14 times now. Can we just have a Marineford ending to this? I'm not saying just end it, but let's work towards it because, man, 900 something chapters in, and I don't think it's going to be over until like 2,000 chapters at this point.
I mean, you saw what happened in Marineford, though, right? Like all those clashes, no final battles.
That's what I'm saying. Like Marineford, at the time, I remember I was a youngin when that came out, and I was super hyped over it. But even then, it didn't have a sense of finality to it. It was kind of just like, oh, look at all these powerful guys. But, you know, we're not really going to have, like, a lot of them die or anything. I mean, Whitebeard's dead, and that was cool and everything. And then, you know, it was too bad that Ace had to die. But other than that, we didn't really have a big finality to a lot of the fights and stuff that went in on it. So I want to see, like, a Marineford where, like, some serious-ass characters are dying, or some serious-ass characters are fighting until one is a clear victor.
Yeah, that's a big problem with One Piece skipping shit. And like with Marineford, like you said, like it wasn't focused. We had a lot of people just fighting random people. Like Boa Hancock was literally destroying Marines and nothing happened to her. Like she fought Smoker for a little bit, but then we cut away to like some shit where Doflamingo is fucking up somebody, and then we cut away to I don't know, Kizaru fucking up somebody. Then we cut away to Aokiji fucking with Luffy. It was very weird, and it didn't have any it didn't wrap up any one of those fights really. But I think most people like Marineford just because of Whitebeard's death, because he was cool, and Ace's death, which I was happy when Ace died because he deserved that shit.
He deserved that shit,
No
bro?
comment.
He deserved that shit.
How was that?
I was so glad, like when because Akainu is one of my favorite characters. I don't give a fuck. I'm happy that he just like played him like that because Ace should have never fell for that.
You're
to be
a
honest.
sociopath.
Like, come on, like your brother goes through all this trouble. Whitebeard goes through all this trouble, and you get tricked out of it with a cheap taunt. Come on, man. I was like, man, you deserve that death.
To each his own, my friend.
Yeah. Like I said, right. I think you're wrong for that Ace shit. Like, fuck that nigga Ace, but like, I just think he was stupid for turning around. You said like,
Yeah.
It's
Why didn't anybody teach Ace hockey?
man. The novel
How
says
the hell
apparently
was he
had it.
chilling in the New World with one of the was the first commander on one of the Yonko's fleets and didn't know hockey? What the hell's going on there?
The book, they made a novel for him, and in there they elaborate that he does have hockey, pretty good actually. But yeah, in terms of in manga, there's a bunch of shit that like is like.
I understand. I'm sure that he would have hockey if Oda could retcon it, but he just hasn't. And like, I don't know, the character of Ace kind of suffers for that.
There's a few of them that's looking for that. Like I'm currently, I got my own theory about Sanji. You know, about this arc. This arc may turn out to be more pivotal than even Whole Cake was for Sanji. We got an Okama showing up, a Queen Okama. His name's Queen. When we for sure know that the strongest Okama is King Ivankov. That was already stated. So I got a whole little theory that my boy's gonna come out here, flex on this Queen guy, and use the signature Hellwing technique to handle the shit, to get that shit.
Yeah.
And put him in.
I hope so.
Hell yeah. So that's what I think is gonna be a full fight, something like that, where it's like there's already something alluded to a long time ago, and it'll match up for this arc. Besides that, man, there's a bunch of shit this motherfucker leaves out all the time, and I'm tired of this shit, bro. I'm so tired of it. Fuji versus Sabo, and the rest of the revolutionaries. Akainu versus Aokiji.
That's the biggest
one. Yeah.
That's like, what the fuck, man? Why?
What was it, like 15 days on Punk Hazard, some shit like that?
Something around there. Couldn't even show 15 seconds, let alone 50 days.
Blackbeard versus Dragon's crew.
Yeah, or Blackbeard versus all of the Whitebeard crew, like the remainders, the survivors.
Yeah.
What else?
It would be so incredible if he just. Why can't you just cut away to that for a second, show us the awesomeness, and then just cut back to whatever bullshit Luffy is doing?
That was the biggest bullshit right there, bro. When the Reverie was only like 5 to 6 chapters, I think I actually dropped it. Was that the point when I dropped it? No. I dropped it when the time travel shit happened. I was gonna drop it right then, bro. Like whenever I saw bro, the hype for the Reverie, my nigga, like. Everything was hinging on Fuji destroying the fucking warlord system. Vivi's dad coming through to talk about what the fuck's going on and shit about these warlords being exposed and shit like that. The world government being on that bullshit, and they can no longer ignore fucking Luffy's machinations right now. And all of them are gonna talk about Luffy and shit. Like there were gonna be so many bombs that were supposed to go off at Reverie, my nigga. An admiral was there, man. We seen Kuma on his knees getting rolled by some celestial fuck nigga and shit, bro. Fucking my fucking nigga Charlos. My fucking nigga Charlos ran up on.
Wait, you claim him?
Bro, that's
Charlos, are you sure you're getting the right character?
That's my nigga.
You claim him?
Charlos, man. Charlos.
Wait, hold on.
Tighten up.
That's a little unacceptable.
This is incredible. I honestly didn't think that there was one single person who could like him.
My nigga, bro.
Talking about the same dude who got punched back into the manga.
Ate it like a sandwich.
Archipelago?
Fuck out of here.
He did not eat it like a sandwich. Oh my goodness.
Whoa! Are you joking right now, or?
Bro. Oh, look. He may be portrayed to be exceptionally dislikable, but he's done nothing but what he's supposed to do.
That's an understatement.
He's a celestial.
Oh my goodness.
He's designed for literally no one to like. And somehow you have transpired that.
He can do what he wants. That's what I want. Bro, tell me you would not. All right. If you had to choose between being Vivi or having the stance of Vivi in the series of One Piece or Charlos, who would you rather be?
That's like.
I mean.
That's a weird question because it's like, would you rather be rich or would you rather be kind of rich?
Bro, you know what
I mean.
if
I had to live as Charlos, like be him. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, nah, I don't care if I'm rich. I don't want to be that little bitch.
No, but I'm saying like the position he has. Sure, he can choose to take different actions with it, but the fact that he doesn't, that he does what he purely just wants to, that's what I like.
So you like spoiled trust fund babies?
I like niggas that aren't fucking held down by some fucking moral rules or bullshit, bro. Luffy kills niggas
of course
every day.
He is. The moral rules are what allow him to be the way.
Bro,
being born into royalty is why he can be the way he is.
But those aren't moral rules. Moral rules are like, don't kill or like don't steal.
No, I'm saying they're governed by those families and whatnot. The rules hinge on what he can do. There would be no moral rules if the family didn't put them in place in the first place. I mean, there's inherent emotions that people feel like, yeah, it's wrong to kill and whatnot. But I'm saying against like literal rules, yeah, they govern that stuff.
And you wouldn't want to govern that stuff?
No, I don't give a fuck.
See,
do
man,
whatever you want.
It's like the dude can't. The main thing for me is the dude can't fight. The minute like the rules don't benefit him, like somebody who does not care about the rules, like Luffy, what's gonna happen? He's gonna get smacked.
No.
Like that. I would rather be like somebody like Doflamingo. Like, okay, he was a celestial dragon, and he has the power to back it up if somebody want to smack him. Not Kaido, of course, but
bro, if you punch him, your island's done. What do you mean? If you talk back
what
to
happened
him,
to Luffy? What happened to Luffy when he punched him?
He got demoralized.
Still got out of that bit.
He got demoralized.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because Kuma's that nigga. But
not
what did Charlos do to? What did Charlos do to Luffy? He didn't do nothing because that nigga was sleeping.
Bro,
took a big ass nap.
Bro, what is more impressive? You fuck my bitch and then I fight you, or you fuck my bitch and I call the whole town to come fight you? What would you rather do, man?
Yo, I don't want to hear all that. I don't want to hear all that because once the rules get changed, because listen, like this, look at it like this. If the rules change for somebody like Doflamingo, he's still strong, so he can still rise to power in some other place. If the rules change for Charlos, he's finished. All he has is that weak pistol that he got. That's it. That's it.
Bro. All right, look. I'll yield to that. Defensive-wise, he holds no value. In terms of, like, moral-wise, value of being a straight villain, I agree with that. I'm just saying I admire this type of character. The fact that he's willing to write him to go to the farthest extent to whatever he wants, man. He's walking on humans, man. He's on a nigga had to, like, come on, what is this, bro? What is this? He walked into a nigga, bro. He was on another nigga's back, walked into another nigga, was like, hey, let me get your bitch. And then he got his bitch. He got it, bro. Like, tell me that's not badass, man. That's classical badass, man. That's all you hear about in rap songs. That's all you hear about little kids. Oh, I want to do this and that. This nigga's doing it, bro. He's doing it. That's why
I get what you mean. Like I said, Akainu is one of my favorite characters in One Piece, and really nobody likes that nigga either. But I get what you mean. But it's just the fact that he's so weak. Like, he has nothing. The only power he has is the power that the government gives him. Outside of that, nothing.
I mean, yeah. That yeah. You got it there, yeah. I mean, but personally, I think Akainu's a hero, bro.
I like Akainu. That's my nigga.
Like, he fucking stopped. He saved the world in Ohara because some fuck niggas were gonna come in, like, spread some crazy ass information about the world government to ruin the world. He assassinated a heinous criminal who was causing all kinds of
taking out pirates. That's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Like, he's done nothing but his job. He's literally done nothing but his job. So I don't see what the hate and what the dissent is about this guy. He's been there. He's been doing what he needs to.
All right, guys. So, like, can we talk about like One Punch Man because
yeah.
I can't understand like this One Piece, like the things that are happening in One Piece.
All right. So then, what? Best girl. What's up? So let's do that first. Best girl in One Punch, or any anime in general, including One Punch.
In any anime?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Damn. I'm gonna have Fubuki as a placeholder until I think of somebody better. I probably won't though.
Right. Yeah, go ahead, Satsuki.
I think it's Fubuki. Like, I can't. Oh well. Okay. Damn. Okay. Shit. Akano from High School DxD.
That's the red one, right?
No, that's the black-haired girl. Rias is the red-haired girl.
She's the main one, right?
Like-
The leader of the family, whatever.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, the leader. But Akano is freaky as shit. Like I fuck with Rias, but Akano is freaky. But
What happens in because I think all right. I first saw the first episode of DxD on Pornhub, bro. I was going through Pornhub and I seen that shit, bro. I was like, what? And then it was like, once again, don't judge, bro. Viewers, if you're in the comment section, don't judge me. Don't judge me. Started watching that shit for the plot.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so the plot came out. So like, just seeing that told along, it got me into it a little bit, but I never really like fleshed out the entire story. So what is technically the crux of the storyline of DxD?
Man, High School DxD, I've only got to the second season. I don't know how I watched that much of it, to be honest, because it's just fan service, really. I mean, it's kind of like some Dragon Ball Z shit. You have the enemy pop up, and then the main character Issei takes him out with the power that he's been given by Rias. That's really it. I mean, and then there's fan service all in between. Like over time, he just gets like a harem, more girls, more girls, more girls, and that's really it. No real plot besides the titties. That's it.
I don't mind that much. What about you, Blastar? Best girl?
All right, like from any anime.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, you know Bleach, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, so this is just my opinion. I think it's like that Captain Onahana. If you guys know her.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, that's my favorite like female character.
Is that the medical captain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the
Yeah, I
big
know
ass
who that
eel
is.
shit. Yeah.
Wait, who is it? Cause
She has
Shit.
like she almost never fights, but she has like an eel for a Zanpakuto.
Yeah.
oh, I know who you're talking about now. Okay,
Yeah.
I got it.
She really? She's best girl for you, bro?
Yeah.
Why?
I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah.
Yorichi over her.
Yurichi is mine in Bleach, 100%.
Yoroichi? Oh yeah, bro. At the end of the
Yeah.
manga, bro, with them cheeks out, bro. Kuma was
What about you, Grimm?
This is kind of obscure. I don't know if people read it or watched it. And once again, bro, why do I keep saying this shit? I'm dirty as fuck, bro. For the plot, me and my nigga Torian here, he's a mod in the Discord. Check out the link in the description, guys, for that. We were watching Keijo, the TD and booty fight anime for women.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. So there's a bitch in there who her power is that if she gives you a butt massage, she gains your abilities.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So this bitch, like, for therapy, she went around and gave a booty massage to every single girl, bro. We had no idea. Nobody had any idea that was her power and shit. And then we got it revealed in the middle of a match and shit. She had every bitch's powers. Literally every bitch's powers, bro. It was fucking broken. That's
Yeah, that shit was fire.
She got a fat ass too, big ass titties and shit. Cutest, bro. That's best girl. I forgot her name though. But yeah, check that out. Keijo anime. What's up, Torian? What's your best girl, bro? In anime.
It's probably just because I've been reading Kingdom so much lately. But I'm gonna go with Tonwa from Kingdom.
Toma.
Tonwa. Well, Tama.
Oh, you're Tama. Yeah. I'm not in this, right? You want that Kingdom
Bro,
Flow
she-
too, right, Satsuki?
Yeah.
What do you
Like-
guys what's up with Kingdom as of late? No spoilers though.
Oh, shit.
It's fire.
I don't even know if I read the last chapter of Kino, because like when I was on a cruise, like the chapter came out. So, hold on, I'm about to just check to see if I read it. Oh no, I read it. I'm good.
Has it been top tier as of late?
Oh, top tier? I don't know. It's been good. It's been consistently good, but I don't know about top tier. It's been definitely better with the recent chapters.
Shit. My boy Torian here, he's doing his first read through and he's about to start the coalition arc, I believe.
Yeah, learning later on.
What's up, Satsuki? Is that the best arc in
That yeah, that is the best arc. I think most people say like that. It's a consensus that that's the best arc.
Everybody been hyping me on this coalition arc, bro. Everybody.
Is it better than
It
Marineford, Satsuki?
to me it is.
That's the third
That-
person.
But that's because I'm not so high on the Marine 4 arc. Like what I was just saying before about how like the fights don't conclude in Marine 4. That's why I mean I like it. It's like maybe a top 5 arc for me in One Piece, but I never thought it was the best arc in One Piece.
When you say the fights don't conclude, you mean like how they clash with top tiers versus top tiers?
Yeah, they'll clash, but the fights really don't end. Like they'll just clash and then like a random clash and a random clash. Like it's cool and all, but we didn't like get to see like you would think that we would kind of get to power scale some people, but we didn't really learn anything from Marine 4. We just seen people clash and that was really it.
Yeah. I feel like the only thing we really learned was, I mean, I guess we learned more about the admirals in the sense that they're strong. They're able to go. I'm not gonna say toe to toe with Yonko because Whitebeard was still handling Akazuki, but Hizuru didn't get touched in the entire war.
Yeah.
Aokiji, we saw the feats that his devil fruit could pull off just as devil fruit alone. We learned a little bit about power scaling, not too much. I see what you mean though, not as much as we would have liked probably.
I mean, I was kind of hoping for a lot fucking more, but yeah, like you said, it is whatever. All right, let's do a favorite character though in all anime and manga and shit. What's up, Blast?
Like a One Punch Man favorite character?
Say again?
Like One Punch Man favorite character or One Piece?
Or any series.
Alright, One Punch Man, my favorite character is actually Bang, Silver Fang. Like, he's the best. What about you, Grimm, Satsuki, and Torian?
Fuck that old ass nigga Bang, bro.
Disrespectful. Respect your elders.
Nah, bro. Fuck that shit, bro. He's out here. I was rereading the beginning when the aliens attacked or whatever, and he got fucking thrown, bro. Like Melgazoo.
Oh, Metal Zarg or something.
Yeah, that guy. He just popped his ass one time and he went flying, bro. He got back up like nothing, but still though, fuck out of here, bro. I've seen nothing but subpar feats from when Fang.
Yeah, like one shot of that Metal Zarg and the left arm of Yayan was gone. But like straight direct attack to Silver Fang, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like how crazy is that?
I think he actually said, I think the creak in my bones has stopped now, or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Some flex and shit. What's up, Satsuki? What's your favorite character?
Man. Lelouch. Shit. Satsuki, of course, nigga. Damn. What are some more characters? Shit. I fuck with Guts. I fuck with, I don't know. I gotta sit down and think about it. But those three come in my mind right now.
I respect the Lelouch pick. I just recently watched Kogia.
Kogias is fire.
I still haven't finished
It really is. Bro, how did you start it and not finish it?
I don't know, bro. It's been a long ass minute. Like,
I was in so deep.
how is it super long?
It's 50 episodes, I think. A little bit less than 50.
Didn't the second season come out or something like that, or like a sequel?
It been out. It been out.
Okay. Cause
It's good though. Real good.
I've heard nothing but greatness. Like niggas compare him to like to Light and whatnot.
Bro, that man's it doesn't all you have to watch it to see. I can't really say anything because I don't want to spoil you, but yeah, he got that mental capacity like Light and other people, other smart characters.
Shit, dog. I think my favorite character is probably it's either Musashi Miyamoto from Vagabond or damn, bro, it's a lot of niggas out here. It's either Musashi Yamamoto from Bleach, Meliodas from Seven Deadly Sins. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Musashi, bro. Cause like this man,
Yamamoto?
like, yeah, no, Musashi, Miyamoto,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Cause this nigga, like, I can't spoil it for y'all, but I think he has the greatest feat in all of manga history, bro. Like, what he did, bro. And the nigga drew it. It ain't like One Piece. The nigga drew every second of what he did, and it was just spectacular, bro.
You said in all the anime, bro.
In all of
Yes,
anime
he-
and manga, what Musashi Miyamoto did in Vagabond is, I think, the greatest feat because of the context of the series and shit. But
That's a heavy
yeah,
statement.
it's a heavy claim. I don't want to spoil y'all. That's what it is. But like, yeah, that's
I might read Vagabond. It looks like it's a seinen, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. I might read that after I finish Demon.
What's your favorite character, though?
Damn, this shit hard. I like Dofi from One Piece. Man, too many characters.
There's just so many niggas to choose from, bro. So many fucking niggas to choose from.
I'm just gonna choose the three I've been really into. I'm gonna choose Dofi from One Piece. I'm gonna choose Oki in Kingdom, and I think I'm gonna go King in Taizai.
Satsuki, you still haven't jumped on ties, have you, bro? Yeah, dog.
And listen, I can't jump into that too much shit right now. I mean, I'm rewatching some shit, like I'm rewatching Monster right now. And then once the new season rolls around for anime, I'm gonna be watching that. So I'm probably not gonna get hooked up on Seven Deadly Sins, at least until, like, I don't know, I get some time.
Whatchamacallit? I heard Monster the manga was amazing.
Yeah, I did too. It's rated really high on my anime list.
Yeah, what is it all about, Satsuki? You said you were rewatching it, right?
Yeah, I haven't read the manga. I don't know if there's any changes, but it's basically about, and this is spoiling stuff, but it's really the plot, so it's not really spoiling anything. Basically, it's this doctor who, at first, he cared about, like, getting his rank up in terms of just, like, being, like, political and, like, being, like, the top doctor or whatever. But then it comes a time where he has to save somebody. He saves their life, but he finds out that the person that he saved, there were two people who came in at the same time, and the director of the hospital or whatever told him to save this other guy instead of the patient who came in first. So then there was the family of that person blamed him and blah, 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 blah. And then he vowed to basically save the first person who came in the hospital, regardless of who they were. So then the same situation happens where there's two people who came in almost at the same time, but a little boy comes in the hospital first, and then there's the mayor who comes in second, and the director wants him to save the mayor because the mayor, he's putting a lot of stock in the hospital. So the doctor says, fuck that, I'm saving the little boy first since he came in first. And it comes to find out that this little boy becomes like a killer. Like, and this nigga is like, when I talk about, like, villains, like, he's probably one of the best villains in anime, at least to me.
Seriously.
Definitely like top 5 if you want to give him that. But I say, like, he's number 1 for me.
Man.
Somebody told me that the manga was just like a huge struggle, like mental illness struggle the entire time.
Johan, I think his name, Satsuki.
Yeah, Johan.
Johan, yeah.
I don't know, bro. I might really have to hop onto that shit. That shit sounds straight.
Like, the dude got, like, hella, like, I don't know what you want to call it, but he can. It's not the fact that he just kills you. It's the fact that he has like so much charisma. He'll have like a whole bunch of people behind him and you won't even know. And then he just moves like quickly. Like he'll be in one city, next day another city like that. Like
Damn.
dude is raw.
He's like a cult leader.
I guess you can say that. Yeah, because like a lot of people follow him, and yeah, a lot of people just follow him and just do whatever he says, basically.
Shit. Man. I might really have to hop onto that shit. I think we're good though. I think we've been on here for like a fucking hour or 2 hours now. This is the longest stream we did for a minute. Alright, so I think Matt was gonna come through, but this nigga's taking like 100 years. So fuck that shit. Guys, remember to like and subscribe. The goal was to try to hit like 1,000 each year, but we got reset. But to get back to 600 or to 585 is fucking amazing. So I want to say thank you to all the viewers, everybody who's like faithful and comes back and shit. Everybody in the Hero Association, that's Satsuki, Blastart, Fang, strizer, Zhoniin, Nia D. Hemmings, Keishan Prime, Griever, Manga Fairy, JTV. These are all guys that we do collabs with, and the goal is to try to have like our own little collab community where we can all work with each other, get good ass content out, and then bring all of our communities together to grow together and shit. So we started that initiative this year, and hopefully next year we'll get a lot bigger. We'll have all kinds of niggas in here and shit like that. All your content creators will pass through the channel So that's the goal. We're moving that shit along. I think that's about it for this year, though. You guys have any other thoughts or anything like that?
I just want to thank you, Grimm, like for bringing us out all together, and I just want to like encourage everybody who's making any content. Like if you start small, like don't feel like you're gonna give up or something like that, because eventually people will follow you. Like you have just to believe in yourself, and you will make it one day.
Damn, I'm about to cry. What a speech, dog.
Yeah, but like this nigga Grimm started over a whole different channel. Like, bro, if that was me, I'd have been bitching. I would have been bitching for weeks. I don't even know if I would have wanted to start a new channel.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was close to crying, dog. When I seen those messages, I was like, God damn, dog.
I don't think anybody would have blamed you.
That shit was tough, but like I said, bro, like Blast said, bro. As long as you believe in yourself, and if you got niggas around you, like to help you along the way, shit, you can do almost whatever, dog. So just know that this 585 is proof of the entire community and shit. We're gonna keep going. Hopefully, we'll get to 100K tomorrow. So like the shit, subscribe. Oh yeah. Blast had some shit too. Blast had his computer go offline for like a few months, and he's recently made a comeback. So guys, check out his channel in the description below and shit. Is everything good now, Blast? How's the state of your channel now?
Yeah, I just actually bought a new one, and it seems to be like working fine.
Bet, man. A lot of people miss your content, bro. A lot of people. I think you're like one of the only ones. I think you're like one of the only ones who does One Punch Man exclusively now, along with Zhoniin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it really means a lot to me. Like I saw on my Twitter, like you, Zhoniin, like Satsuki, and a lot of other people like were asking about me. It really felt good. Yeah. I will try not to disappoint them, and I will be making even more theories. Like because the season 2 of One Punch Man is gonna be out like in April, like the beginning of April, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Shit, dog. Well, all right, guys. That was it for 2018's greatness. I had to pull out a live stream for this shit. Check out everybody's content. Satsuki, you got anything coming up in the next few days?
Wait, what did you say?
You got anything coming up before the year ends?
Oh man, hell nah. I'm sick. Yeah, fuck them videos right now. We'll get to something next year, man.
Straight up. Hey, Blast, you got anything to come out in the last few days?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like make a review of this new chapter, and I think I'm gonna make like a collab with Zhoniin. Like I'm not gonna try to spoil anything, But probably it's gonna be out like next year, like 2019.
Okay, best. I know Sundown did a recent collab with Zhoniin as well. Check out that video. And I guess check out this one too that's coming up. I think that's about it, man. All right, we'll see you guys next year, man. Yo ho ho!
All right.